Good morning, good morning, good morning. Merry stupid o'clock, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels, and we're going back to that horrible world known as the JRC. But before we do a bitching session, and then to the usual disclaimers. Alright, folks, so this morning's been fun. But first off, yes, I'm in my exercise gear, so sue me. I exercise first thing in the morning and the second I get off work. Okay, but anyways, besides my obsession in, kicking my own ass. So this morning, right, I go in and I see, surprise, surprise, that Monday's schedule is changed and it wants me to work 9 to 5:30. I have 5 hours of time that I'm supposed to be able to use, right? So I can get off at 3:30 at normal time. So I'm not keeping you all up past like 1 a.m. who don't live in the United States for tomorrow, right? So I go in there, and my time from yesterday is all levels of messed up, saying I only worked 2 hours. Now I know for a fact that I logged in 2 minutes early, as I always do, because it's my routine. And I hit those times when I was supposed to. I'm supposed to submit this about 18 hours in advance in order to get those 2 hours off. But because they fucked up my hours again, I have to wait for them to correct it. I have no idea if they're going to be able to get this corrected in time for me to be able to submit for those hours. This is the second time in a row that they have done this to me. So what I'm going to start doing is every time I clock in and clock out, I'm going to start taking screenshots and sending it to them, saying, your new system keeps messing with my hours. I've had to correct them for 2 solid days in a row, and it's getting beyond old. So yeah, I'm a little pissed off this morning. But anyways, I have no idea tomorrow when I'm going on as of right now. I will try to keep you guys updated. I will let you know if I get those 2 hours off or not. Regardless, I am still going to be doing my Monday chat because fuck these people. Alright, in the description box, you are going to see the link to the article that the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read. It is written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics, wherein they interviewed and surveyed over 900 ABA professionals from all over the world in regards to the JRC's quote-unquote behavioral modification program. Matter of fact, the JRC doesn't want you to read this article so much they have threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic has refused, so you know what to do. Read it, share on all your social media. You're also going to see a link to NeuroClastic's public statement in regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding, just in case the JRC actually has the balls to see through with their threat. We also got the links to the Agape boarding school situation. Agape boarding school is a Christian-themed boarding school based out of Stockton, Missouri that now has, and counting, 21 pending lawsuits alleging sexual abuse, physical abuse, starvation, amongst many others. Please go to those links. We also have a link to their change.org, shut Agape boarding school down petition. Please sign it and share on all your social media. We do have some upcoming news, which I hope to God I'm going to have the time to actually be able to pull up to have for you tomorrow evening. We will see. I might have to do the research on stream while probably eating my dinner in front of all of you because some people can't figure out how to work their new time system. Yeah, I'm not angry, right? We also got the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including Hoya's massive archive on the subject, the templates, and the ever-present self-explanatory change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. When we discuss the JRC, folks, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of peoples with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones, all right? Also, obviously, we use profanity and curse on this channel. So, there is a reason why this channel is marked for 18 and up. Nobody 16 or below should probably be on this channel. Please, if profanity offends you, pause this video right now and still look at the links in the description box. They're extremely important, okay? It is 6:01 a.m. I am pissed off and barely coherent, so if I stumble over my words, apologies in advance, alright? Alright, let's see how much more JRC wants to piss me off. 141. JRC does not promote the development of social skills for any of their students and in fact requires the students not attempt social interactions with staff or classmates as part of their behavior programs. Exactly. Remember when I said that New York was trying to make this as simple as possible so even the JRC could understand where they were wrong? This is what I'm talking about. They are saying, literally, kids have to earn their right because of their behavioral program to socialize. This is what we were bitching about yesterday. Questions to staff about programs for social skills development were always answered by the descriptions of social opportunities that included recess as well as scheduled recreational outings. The recreational outings were with groups of students and provided no opportunities with interaction with members of the general community. Thank you. This is the stuff that is a part of every single other program on the planet but the JRC's. So JRC, they knew about those social outings. They questioned you about them. So the fact that you said, but they didn't ask, was an out and out lie, wasn't it? Who's surprised? Who's surprised this morning? Oh God, here we go. This is not true. JRC promotes social skills at school social events as well as the group homes and in the community. You did not read a word they just said, did you? You did not read a word they just said to you. They said taking them on outings in groups is not good enough, especially when they have to earn it. Regular interaction out in the community where they're not surrounded by the rest of the school is what New York is talking about. Just willful. You want to talk about misrepresentation, JRC? You are literally misinterpreting and misrepresenting everything New York is saying. And they made that shit idiot proof. Furthermore, the higher functioning students at JRC do not generally have a problem socializing with their peers, but most do have a problem socializing appropriate with their peers, as evidenced by their exhibiting inappropriate behaviors at those times. Oh, here the fuck we go. Who the fuck are you to judge how I interact with my peers, JRC? Are you the goddamn social police? God forbid I cuss in a general conversation amongst friends. God forbid I stim if I need to, if I am overstimulated or stressed the fuck out. What would you rather me do? Have a meltdown? Because stimming is something that helps me self-regulate. So, I don't flip out and throw a table. But we disabled people, we can't have nice things now, can we, JRC? Who the hell are you to judge how I socialize with my friends and family? They don't have a problem with it. They don't think it's inappropriate at all. And take your functioning levels and shove them up your ass. It fluctuates. There have been times, JRC, where I've been nonverbal. There have been times where I regressed so far back that I had to basically re-potty train myself. I was 16 at the time. And you want to know why that happened, JRC? Because of you people like you. But they don't want to hear that now, do they? As the students learn to behave appropriately, their interactions with peers naturally become more appropriate. Can I say it for the people in the back? Every time people like this use the word appropriate, I just want to put my head through the nearest wall. These people somehow feel like they are the epitome of the learned, and they get to descend and condescend down to us what is and is not appropriate. It is the most bizarre thing in the world. JRC pinning me just throwing off all my clothes and running down the street fucking naked. Or ramming my head into the nearest building to get the stupid out of my head that I just had to spend hours listening to. Anything else outside of that or causing physical harm to somebody else is appropriate. We all communicate in different ways. Yes, even amongst neurotypicals. Did you know, JRC, there are neurotypicals that communicate in a similar manner to us quote-unquote high-functioning autistics? They're called introverts. They share a lot of commonality with us. Not to the point that we do, but they're similar enough. Did you know that? You're going to tell them how they interact with others is inappropriate? Every time I hear appropriate and realistic goals, I swear to God, I don't know if I want to put my head or a fist through a wall. But it is frustrating as fuck. It's condescending as hell. And it's not just JRC who does it. It is literally the entire medical model. We've had these words shoved down our throats from the day we got our diagnosis. Yeah. As they became more appropriate, they also earned more frequent opportunities to socialize with peers, with certain staff, and out in the community. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is what New York is saying. You are deliberately missing the point. You are making them have to earn social things. That is what they are saying. God! In a regular classroom, students don't need to spend the day talking to other students or the teacher. They're there to learn. How the fuck do you think people learn? This is what I don't get. How the hell are you supposed to learn without human-to-human interaction? Really? If you can't talk to your teacher, if you can't raise your hand to answer a question, if you are not allowed to ask the teacher to clarify something, how the fuck are you supposed to learn? That's not learning, JRC. That's memorizing. And they're two very different things. I would know. I'm very good at memorizing things. I'm extremely good at memorizing things. Students socialize with peers at appropriate times when students are behaving appropriately. Here we go. It's not appropriate for staff to be sharing personal information or becoming friends with the students, as this would compromise the ability to appropriately follow the student's treatment program. Everything New York just said is exactly right, and you are misinterpreting it and misrepresenting it on purpose. And you're also dumb as fuck. Learning by rule requires some kind of social interaction between student and teacher. It's not inappropriate. It's necessary. Learning is giving and taking. It's asking questions. It's getting extra help when you need it. What crack are you on? Have you never been in a fucking public classroom before? I have. The most appropriate thing on the planet is the give and take between student and teacher. For a student to raise their hand when they're having difficulty, to ask for clarification on a point, to get an alternate point of view. That's learning. It isn't staring at a computer all day. I stare at a computer all day for work, JRC. You want to know how mind-numbing that is? Do you? Because every single day my brain is shattered into slush. Alright? Okay? When I learn new things, that's when I go out on outings with my peers. And learn new things. It's human to human interaction. Okay? If there is no give and take, if there's no actual teaching going on, if all you have them do is stare at a screen and a teacher saying stupid, jargonish bullshit behind them constantly all day, that is not teaching, and it's sure as hell not helping them learn. Really? Why are you a school? Why are you a school? And a student should not have to earn the right to practice their social skills with their peers. Are you on crack? How are they supposed to get better with their social skills if they're unallowed to interact with their peers in the same manner that their neurotypical counterparts do? Talking in the hallways. Talking at lunch. Talking once they get home. There is constant interaction amongst neurotypical teenagers and those of us who have gone in public schools. Even when we're not inside the school, there is after-school activities. There's calling one another when we get home. There's all kinds of stuff going on there. There's also tutoring from teachers or even another student. When another student is struggling in a particular subject, like, what are you even doing? Why are you even there? What are the teachers are even there for if they're not allowed to interact and actually teach the students? If they're not allowed to teach, why the fuck are they even there? And if they are not allowed to actually interact with their peers, if they have to fucking earn it, that means there's a whole bunch of students in there who are not cooperating or non-compliant, who don't get to learn social skills and appropriate social skills. Because they're not up to your weird-ass standard of what you think normal is, which, by the way, is one of the most distorted ideas of normal that is outside of reality that I've ever fucking seen. And I've seen some shit. I'm going to close out on that note this morning before I vomit. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this morning. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Pray for me, folks. Bye bye.